everybody and welcome. My name is Alison, the online piano and the online violin tutor. Today is a new series, the start of a new series of videos that I'm starting called Tip of the Day. I'm going to be doing these for the violin and piano. Today is obviously piano because I'm sitting in front of a piano today. And they are just basically if I could give you one little hint or one little tip per day just to maybe just help your piano practice or help in what you do in the piano or the violin, then this would be it. So these are just going to be 2-3 minute videos long, tops, maybe even as short as 1 minute. But today's tip number one, tip of the day for piano would be to always keep your wrists up on the piano. So I'm just going to zoom in on the piano just for a moment and just talk you through that and just quickly show you how I do that. It doesn't take very long to do, but it's just a nice little tip for you all, just to make sure that you keep your hands, that you keep your wrists up rather than having your wrists very flat down. I do see that quite a lot in beginner pianists, but if it's something that you can train yourself to do and get better at, then further down the line when you get more advanced you'll find it so much easier. So this is how I try and keep the wrists up and keep them balanced. So to try and keep the wrists nice and balanced, as opposed to what I see a lot with students is that the wrist seems to be quite far down the piano, but really your wrist needs to be a little bit further up. It doesn't have to be so high in the sky, it doesn't want to be too low, just sort of a natural kind of middle area where I suppose the wrist part here is flat against when it goes up to the top of your forearm, rather than having a dip or the wrist being much higher. So if it can all be in one long line as much as possible. I've seen colleagues where their wrists have been a little bit higher up than mine, but then their hands have been a little bit bigger than mine. It depends how big your hands are, how long your fingers are. It's all proportional, so it just completely depends. So what I do is start by doing scales. Just a 1 octave C major scale, but to help keep the wrist up I take a rubber or something, I don't know, whatever you want to take. A rubber's really good because it has a little bit of grip. The remote control for my camera, if you want to use that, basically stick that on the back of your hand and see if you can practice your scales without it falling off. I mean, if you're going all over the show, then obviously it's going to fall on the floor, isn't it? So what you want to try and do is to get through your scales, do them 2 or 3 octaves, however you've done them. And so on and so forth. So there we go, just a quick little tip there just on keeping your wrists up. So keep your wrists up, folks. You can use that little kind of trick there that I use with putting the rubber on the back of the hand for the scales, and that will help you and train you to keep your wrists up. Scales are a really good thing to do them in, because I wouldn't recommend that you do them with pieces because you'll be jumping around too much with a hand, but scales are really good for doing that. So thanks very much for watching this tip of the day, and I shall catch you all in the next tip of the day.